Yo, yo, what it do, family? High value basketball. We're back once again with the best basketball commentary on this side of the whole planet. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, you dig? Go on and hit that button, family. We got to talk about the most interesting loser team in the whole NBA, man. The Orlando Magic. And when I say loser team, I don't mean that to be insulting. When I say they are the 13th placed Eastern Conference team at 5-12. They are definitely at the bottom tier of the win bracket in the NBA of the first 17 games so far. However, despite the fact that the Orlando Magic are basically in the can't get a win category, this is one of the most interesting teams to watch. This team has a super high entertainment value, and this young NBA Orlando Magic team is actually way better than the win record and the stats actually show, because man, they put on a show every single night. But let's get into it though, because the stats are wiping the team clean, and we're gonna get that part out of the way, man, because the only category where they're not even terrible at, so to speak, is opponents' points per game, where they rank 14th in the league at 112.9. But everything else is in the bottom half for real. Points per game, they're 21st. What is this? Offensive rating, they're 21st. A defensive rating, they're 24th. You know what I'm saying? Their overall net rating is 25th out of 30 teams. So technically they are the 5th worst team in the NBA. Now, of course, you know, stats do pile up and everything does come as it may, because the win record doesn't lie. Well, that's what really matters at the end of the day. So of course they aren't performing that well. However, that's a misnomer if you look at it blind, because this team, man, they really are a well-balanced team. This is one of the most well-balanced teams that I've seen. And like I said before, they play amazingly well. Like, look at their stat leaders coming up here. Of course, we got Paolo Banchero. He's averaging 24 points a game. Coming up behind him is Franz Wagner at 19 points a game. Then you got Wendell Carter Jr. at 16, Cole Anthony at 15, and Jalen Suggs at 13. You've got 5 players averaging double figures. And then your 6-man Wendell Carter Jr. is averaging 9 points a game. Not 9 points a game, geez. Moving on to rebounds, Wendell Carter Jr. is averaging 9 points a game. Paolo's averaging 8. Bowl's averaging 8. You got dudes who are sub 10 rebounds per game on the squad. That's where they're losing right there. They can't actually get the defensive rebounds, offensive rebounds that they need. They don't have any double guys on the squad. But besides that, this team is really freaking interesting, man. Like, things get more and more interesting. Like, on the defensive end, even though they're not very great, they still have a star on the end. Bol is averaging 2 blocks a game, and Bol is a highlight reel in the making, man. That dude is literally Manute Bol 2.0. If you ever seen his father, for those who may not be old enough to remember his father, you maybe should look up some of his highlights. He had some reels out there. He had some moments. Bol is definitely advancing that DNA for sure, because he does some wonderful things on the court, man. I've especially that one highlight he had last week, where he got the block, ran the floor, got the pass on the fast break, and finished with the dunk. Like, man, the dude is with it, man. The dude is really with it. He's one of my favorite players, actually. And then Wendell Carter Jr., the center or power forward, however you may have it, albeit undersized, that dude plays with so much passion, so much enthusiasm. I think he has 2 putback dunks a game. Like, seriously, that man is going for it. It's not just like going for highlights. He's really going for it out there, really trying to get it going. Then we all know about Paolo. Everybody's, saying this dude looks like he's a 6-7 year vet. He's just so smooth out there and decisive, and this, that, and the third. He's putting up historic numbers. He's actually doing historic things himself. With the type of stat lines he's putting up like that. So this dude, they have a future, man. They just need to put it all together. And it's crazy because this whole squad is really young, but because they are losing in what it looks like, I ain't even gonna say they're tanking, but check out their minutes per game. Paolo, the best player, is only playing 34.7 minutes a game. Franz, the second best player, is only playing 33.9. Then you got Wendell Carter Jr. only playing 32. The starting point guard, Cole Anthony's only playing 30. Jalen Suggs is only playing 30. Their best players are not even getting upper tier minutes like that, and they're young. So I kind of suspect there's a little bit of a hidden little tankaroo going on here, to be honest, because again, when I watch them play, and if you've ever seen them play, these games are intense. They're only losing by a few points every game. There's hardly any double digit losses. They also have like I say, great back and forth. Like I said, beyond the double digit losses, they may have some games where they've gone down, 10, 15 points, something like that. But no, most of the games that they're playing in are always within striking distance. Sometimes they'll have the lead. Of course, they'll lose it, but it'll go back and forth, man. This team is really gunning for it. This team is really, really, really good. And to be honest, if they keep up this pace, man, they're going to be the folk who's going to steal this #1 pick. And I actually see that coming. Like, they're going to sneak up and take it, because I'm a big, basketball gods and shit like that. Just messing around. But I do think that I do feel like the spirit of certain franchises are real if the franchises do keep them up. Like say the Spurs. Everybody knows the reputation with the Spurs and the continuum of players that they have, from like the Tim Duncan. From from Robinson to Duncan. Then from what was it? Like you had Ginobili, and then before him was what is his name? He became the coach of the he became a coach too. Vinny Del Negro. Like, yeah, Vinny Del Negro, then Manu Ginobili, the same spirit of players, like the Celtics. The Celtics always have, those hard worker, blue collar, more style players that lead to their success, not prima donna players. The Lakers, how they always, were doing the draft, not the draft. They're always doing free agency and big names, that whole thing. The Orlando Magic, they are known for stacking up a young team and stealing draft picks. Y'all remember Shaq and Penny? Those two were drafted one right after the other in very, very high successive draft picks. What do we see coming up here? We got Paolo, and I see here they can steal that #1 pick and go ahead and get Wembanyama. And I think too, the league would be happy with that, because everything would be cool for this city for it to blow up. Like, it's one of the few reddish states, which is good for the diversity in the woke league. They already setting this team up media wise. There's a huge Spanish population here in Orlando, huge. And who is their star? Paolo, who's happened to be what? Spanish, already drawing in the part of the big crowd of people that's now participating with the Magic. This city is one of the biggest up and coming cities in the whole Eastern Seaboard. Everybody's moving down here, and it's getting actually annoying. Yeah, I'm in Orlando. Just revealed my hand here. But yeah, this whole situation is prime for another Penny Shaq situation, and the Magic took the world by storm when they had those two players. And I see something similar taking place again, as the spirit of the Orlando Magic may strike again. And then you're going to see Paolo in the Wembanyama era, and we're going to wreck the Eastern Conference and surprise everybody. That's what the worst basketball team in the NBA is going to be doing. High value basketball. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Peace.